Today we're going to be taking a look at different ways to display your Funko Pop collection. Whether it be in box or out of box, this video is for you because we're going to be going over all of it in today's video because at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way to collect. And I think it only makes sense to start off today's video by taking a look at how I display my Funko Pops. So let's go do that first before anything else. And here's a look at my collection right here. As you can see, I am a huge out of box Funko Pop collector. I personally think it makes more sense to take pops out of their boxes because you get to see all of their details. But that's not the case all the time. As you can see at the top there, I have a bunch of pops in their boxes. And typically with more exclusive and expensive Funko Pops, I will keep them in their boxes. Just like over here on this shelf as well. As you can see, I have a bunch of out of box pops up here, but down at the bottom, I have a bunch of in-box Funko Pops. And a lot of these are expensive or exclusive Funko Pops. And as you can see at the bottom there as well, I also have a bunch of my Funko Sodas, or all of my Funko Sodas actually. As of right now, I don't really have a good display for my Funko Sodas, so I just keep them on this shelf right here, and I think it looks pretty good. Maybe in the future, I can actually get like a proper Funko Soda display. But that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is for Funko Pop displays. Also, I have no idea why Naruto's there and Ryu's down here. I don't know, I'm not sure. So yeah, taking a closer look at how I display my Funko Pops. As you can see, first of all, I do have them out of box, of course. But how I display them out of the box is really cool. The best way to take a look at this is from the side of this shelf right here. As you can see, when I take the Pops out of their boxes, I actually don't throw away the boxes. Instead, I use the boxes as part of the display. So I put one box on the shelf, and then I put another box on top of that box, and I move the bottom box a little bit forward, so that way it creates like a ledge or like a second shelf up here, so that way I can put a pop on top. And I like to display Pops in front of their boxes because it gives like a nice little background. It looks cool and it only makes sense. If you're like me and you don't want to throw away your pop boxes and you want to keep your pops out of their boxes, this is the absolute best way to display your pop boxes alongside your pops. I mean, it looks great. Seriously, I love it so much. And also, if you're wondering what the shelves were, these shelves are from IKEA. They're called Lack and they come in two different sizes. They come in this long shelf right here. As you can see, it starts right there and it goes all the way to the end right there. That's the longer one, and there's also a shorter one, which is this one right here, which is about half the size of the long one. And you can even do what I did. I took a super long one and I combined it with a smaller one to make one super long shelf. It looks awesome. I like these floating shelves a lot because normally with floating shelves, you can see like a bracket on the bottom holding up the shelves, and it doesn't really look that good most of the time. But for these ones, you can literally not see any brackets at all because the brackets are actually put into the wall, then into the shelf. But yeah, most of my collection looks the same for the most part. I keep all of my pops out of their boxes displayed in front of their boxes. And like I said earlier, for my Rick and Morty collection, I like to keep some of my more expensive or exclusive Funko Pops in their boxes and display them alongside my out of box Funko Pops. I think if you combine the two, out of box and in box, it can create a really cool display. And sometimes if you have just out of box pops as well, that's a cool display as well. I think it looks great. There's no right or wrong way to collect your Funko Pops. If you want to keep them in box, sure, go for it. If you want to keep them out of box, go for it as well. It's whatever you like at the end of the day. Don't let anyone tell you that you're collecting pops in a wrong way. There's no wrong way. Alright, now that we've taken a look at how I display my Funko Pops in my collection, let's take a look at some different Funko Pop displays that aren't like my collection. First off, I want to talk about Display Geek. Me personally, I don't own any Display Geek shelves in my collection. I'm happy with the shelves that I have, but I have seen a lot of people use Display Geek shelves online, and I think they're great. They're affordable, they look awesome. Everything that I've seen about them is positive online, and they make displays for both in-box and out-of-box collectors. I've seen people who have like a bunch of these on one big wall, and they have so many Funko Pops on them, and I think it looks great just having all of those against one big wall. But yeah, like I said before, I've never actually seen these firsthand. I've never bought any of these because I'm pretty happy with what I have right now, but I have heard great things from Display Geek from many other people in the community. So I definitely think if you're in the market for some Funko Pop shelves that are made for Funko Pop specifically, you should definitely check out Display Geek. Another company that also makes shelves as well would be Vaulted Vinyl. Now the main display that I'm talking about from them is the Display Vault Air. They actually sent me one about 2 years ago to review on my channel, and I thought it was a pretty cool display. It holds 9 Funko Pops, and they're typically for your more expensive high-end Grail Funko Pops. The only issue that I have with them is that they're a little bit pricey. It's about $100 just for one Display Vault Air, which I mean is worth it if you are wanting to display your high-end Grails and collectibles. But going back to what I said earlier, when you're displaying a bunch of Funko Pops against a shelf, if you're getting a bunch of these to display, like let's just say 100 Funko Pops, it's gonna get really expensive. Each one holds 9. If you want to display 100 Funko Pops, like I said, that's gonna be about 11 shelves that you need to get, and that comes out to over $1,000, which is crazy. So definitely if you're looking to get a shelf for your high-end Grails and collectibles that is sturdy and worth it, I would recommend this shelf. But if you're looking to display a bunch of Funko Pops on a bunch of shelves, I would stay away from these because they can get very expensive. Another type of shelving that I would recommend that I've seen a lot of people have online is baseball bat displays. These are great for people who have expensive Grails out of their boxes because they have a glass window on the front and it prevents any kind of dust getting inside. They're not too expensive either. You can get them from like literally anywhere. Walmart, I'm sure, sells them. Target, Michael's, different places like that. And it's definitely a great option for people who collect out of box. And there's so many different ways that you can display them. You can have them just on the wall normally, or you can have them with a little bit of space in between each one so that way you can put some out of box Funko Pops, or maybe even some in-box Funko Pops. You can organize them in like cool unique displays with like different things nearby that correlate to the stuff inside. There's so many different things you can do with this display, and I think all of them look great. I think the baseball bat display is one of the best ways to display your Funko Pops, honestly. I also wanted to show off some custom displays that I found online, like this one with a bunch of Star Wars Funko Pops with painted shelves, and on the wall behind them there's a painted picture of the Death Star. I think this looks awesome. Or maybe even this one with a unique cabinet display that looks like a Funko Pop box with a bunch of gaming Funko Pops inside. I'm just showing you these because you can get creative with your displays. It doesn't always have to be something you see online. You don't have to copy other people. You can be creative with what you do with your Funko Pops and their displays. I seen one really cool creative display on TikTok that I really liked a lot. I'm gonna put the video up on the screen alongside the person's @ so you can go follow them on TikTok. Basically what they did is they took a movie poster and they put it up against a wall, and then they took clear shelves and they drilled it into the wall through the movie poster and displayed Funko Pops from the movie in front of the movie poster, and I think it's a great idea. It looks great, I can't lie. You can get those shelves, I believe, on Amazon for like probably like $10, $15, $20, and they're pretty sturdy from what I've seen. And the movie posters, you can just find them online, save the image, and then send it to FedEx to print out for you. It's a really simple but yet so creative and unique display. I just like it a lot. I think it looks awesome. I want you guys to comment down below how you display your Funko Pops. Do you collect them in box or out of box? I would love to know. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I appreciate all of you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.